Hello, Daisy and Daxton, Grandma Lisa. I just got done reading a story of poems to my cousin in Chicago because it helps her sleep. I got an idea. I could read a story to my grandchildren. This is the book that my dad read to me when I was little. He liked this book. It's called And to Think That I Saw It on Mulberry Street. It was his favorite book because he grew up on Mulberry Street. It doesn't have a lot of pictures, but I'll make sure to try to show you all of them that I can. It's by Dr. Seuss. It says, "When I leave home to walk to school, Dad always says to me, 'Marco, keep your eyelids up and see what you can see.' But when I tell him where I've been and what I think I've seen, he looks at me and sternly says, 'Your eyesight's much too keen. Stop telling such outlandish tales. Stop turning minnows into whales.' Now what can I say when I get home today? All the way to school and all the way back, I've looked and I've kept careful track. But all that I've noticed, except my own feet, was a horse and a wagon on Mulberry Street." There's nothing to tell of. That won't do, of course. Just a broken down wagon that's drawn by a horse. That can't be my story. That's only a start. I'll say a zebra was pulling that cart. And that's just a story that no one can beat when I say that I saw it on Mulberry Street. Yes, the zebra is fine, but I think it's a shame that such a marvelous beast, with a cart that's so tame, the story would really be better to hear if the driver I saw was a charioteer. A golden blue chariot's something to meet, rumbling like thunder on Mulberry Street. We have the charioteer. No, it won't do at all. A zebra's too small. A reindeer is better. He's fast and he's fleet. And he looked mighty smart on old Mulberry Street. Hold on a minute. There's something wrong. A reindeer hates the way it feels to pull something that runs on wheels. He'd be much happier instead if he could pull a fancy sled. Somebody was going to join me for our story time, but I guess not. Okay, how many? Okay. I'll pick one with plenty of power and size, a blue one with plenty of fun in his eyes, and then, just to give him a little more tone, have a Raja with rubies perched high on a throne. See the blue elephant? Say, that makes a story that no one can beat when I say that I saw it on Mulberry Street. But now, I don't know, it doesn't seem right. An elephant pulling a thing that's so light would whip it around in the air like a kite. But he'd look simply grand with a great big brass band. A band that's so good should have someone to hear it, but it's going so fast that it's hard to keep near it. I'll put on a trailer. I know they won't mind. And if a man sits and listens, well, hitched on behind. Here's the little man listening. But now, is it fair? Is it fair what I've done? I'll bet those wagons weigh more than a ton. That's really too heavy a load for one beast. I'll give him some helpers. He needs 2 at least. It looks like he gave him 2 giraffes. But now, what worries me is this. Mulberry Street runs into bliss. Until there's something I can fix up, there'll be an awful traffic mix-up. It takes police to do the trick, to guide them through where traffic's thick. It takes police to do the trick. We have the policeman. They'll never crash now. They'll race at top speed with Sergeant Mulvaney himself in the lead. The mayor is there, and he thinks this is grand, and he raises his hat as they dash by the stand. The mayor's up here. The mayor is there, and the aldermen too, all waving big banners of red, white, and blue. And that is a story that no one can beat when I say that I saw it on Mulberry Street. With a roar of its motor, an airplane appears, which dumps out confetti. Well, everyone cheers. And that makes a story that's really not bad. Yeah, but it still could be better. Suppose that I add? A Chinese boy who eats with sticks. A big magician doing tricks. A 10-foot beard that needs a comb. No time for more. I'm almost home. I swung round the corner and dashed to the gate. I ran up the steps, and I felt simply great. For I had a story that no one could beat, and to think that I saw it on Mulberry Street. But Dad just said, quite calmly, just draw up your stool and tell me the sights on the way home from school. But there's so much to tell, I just couldn't begin. Dad looked at me sharply and pulled at his chin. He frowned at me sternly from there in his seat. Was there nothing to look at? No people to greet? Did nothing excite you or make your heart beat? Nothing, I said, growing red as a beet, but a plain old horse and wagon on Mulberry Street. Peace and love.